Peace, God. Just here, or coming back, I should say. But there's a lot of this, not disagreement, but agreement. There's a lot of agreement and acknowledging going on in YouTube world. But if you gaze, if you kind of take your eyes off, you know how when you watch a TV, you don't really get that. I mean, you can barely peel your eyes off the screen, but with these cell phones, it's so much different because you're just really going after a voice, which again is just this consciousness being housed. But these nanobytes, gigabytes, all this Wi-Fi connection, all this technological terminology, these things disrupt or cause a distortion in the memory channel of our brains. So these receptors in our brains aren't able to like give or receive the information that is needed. So you take your eyes off the prize, you're basically full of lies. So it's not to say that I'm better than you just because I don't smoke cigarettes, or I'm better than you just because I don't eat meat or drink alcohol, or need to eat 3 meals a day, what have you. It's just to say that two words came up in the last discussion on these trigger words, and it's perpetuation and perpetrators. So you have basically and just think about P words, because it's the year 2016. P is the 16th letter in the alphabet. So you have P words like perpetuation, perpetrators, places. So you have these places perpetuating basically perpetrators. And a perpetrator, doesn't have to be a human, because things are just shocking and disturbing right now. Things, to be undisturbed isn't really a quality of human nature. You're not really being a human. I mean, you would either have to agree or disagree, but I mean, again, you know, just because I can't turn off the sound of that jacuzzi or that hot tub, but you can, and you can tune into my voice more, doesn't mean you're above me or below me. I mean, or it doesn't mean you're above me in the context of the statement. I may be below you, but I'm still as above, feeding off of your consciousness. So you're already a complacent, compartmentalized consciousness. And again, it's this alphabetical. That's why it's kind of like the battle of the alpha males, dealing in this educational variety housed consciousness. And again, it's just a battle, but I mean, it has nothing to do with veganism, it has nothing to do with religion, it really has nothing to do with gender or race, creed, which is, pretty much how you practice prayer and meditation, and my sense of the term, like my language. So it's just, I'm not even really looking at the picture, I'm not really looking at what you're seeing. I'm just seeing numbers. Like, I'm at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I see this red dot that can stop the time. My timer's going to go off and it's going to stop recording. It has no desire to feed into anything that I house in my conscious, because it's not dealing with the soul. It's not dealing with this energy that deals with a lot of places. Like, your energy can come from your brain. I mean, it's all just like your energy. Like I said, just basically the only thing you can really possess are your thoughts. So, and even your thoughts are temporary. I mean, if you look at life through the lens, or at this angle, that you can only possess your thoughts, you'll have conclusive evidence that will give you, or you'll have conclusive evidence showing you that how temporary life actually is. So I mean, just look at your thoughts as possessions. I mean, you don't have to comment or do anything like that. But I mean, see, the sound of the hot tub went off. If you're still viewing and listening, I mean, these thoughts are really strong, guys, and guys and girls. That's all I'm saying. So, ladies and gents, but there's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, what you're afraid of is just another thought, and another thought leads to another angle, and usually that angle is dealing in the realm of pain, and then comes love. So I mean, it was like first comes love, then comes or no, first comes or what is it? KISSING. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a baby in a baby carriage. See, it's all backwards because, I mean, you're really that baby in the baby carriage. And then you get married, and then you're in love and everything with your children and everything. So, not to say that you're even a father of children, but you can still be a father of life. You can still be a possessor of life, of children in your reality. So it is a harsh reality. I wanted to say, peace, harsh reality, but it's just peace, God, because it's all God. I mean, whether you're a goddess or all, I'm not afraid, or yeah, I mean, I'm really not afraid to approach and have a conversation with anybody of the likes who wants to deal in the realm of earthbound titles and stuff, talking about homosexuals or transgenders or hermaphrodites. It's not about this labeling game. That could be one of the most dangerous things, especially when you're talking about perpetuating a physical existence. I mean, not to get to all these terms, but just places need to rise and places need to fall. Places need to rise and places need to fall. That's why this place that houses this consciousness needs to rise, and now it's falling. So I mean, it rose and now it's falling. Anything that rises is already falling, really, when you think about it. So I mean, if you look at the context, if you look at the sun, we say the sun rises. The sun, how we say the sun rises. That's because we say the sun sets. The sun setting just means it's basically being invasive towards the horizon, so it's approaching the horizon. It's not defining the horizon. The horizon is already defined as itself, but it's being put down, kind of like there is a hand of God, basically using the horizon, or using like a table, like the sun is coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down, and then the hand of God just sets it on this horizon. So I mean, it's just, you can look at it like that. You can look at it however you want, but it is just this consciousness being housed in all of these mental blockages or dispositions. Starseeds might say we have a disposition from our birth coming from the stars, but how can you really say there's a beginning to God? So that's why it's so complex talking about the universe, because you're always questioning, is there a God, is there not a God? If you just accept that there is a God, you can still use the science to develop a stronger understanding or trust in God, like a truth in God. But I don't mean to be reaching for anything, but yeah, I mean, that's what it is. There's no rhyme or reason that really says why you don't feel like talking or communicating to some specific person. But at the same time, just a thought, just a uh, possessing that thought that you are, for lack of a better term, being antisocial towards a significant other, special someone, a loved one rather, a beloved, you know, just the possession of that thought, knowing that you're neglecting that, that's what makes it a fact, and that's what gives you possession really to fear. So I mean,